Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. And this spread is about Prince Harry and why isn't he taking control over his life? Does he let Meghan take control over him so much? Why is he not self-confident? And why doesn't he have confidence in himself? And let's see what we get. I have to say that this is another cat tarot. Not very easy to understand which card is what, because it's not very much like the Rider-Waite. But we'll do our best. So first, I'm going to clear it from previous readings. And now I'm going to ask the question. So why isn't Harry self-confidence? How can he regain his self-confidence? How can he regain his power? How can he regain his power over his life, control over his life? Why doesn't he have control over his life? Why does he let Meghan control him? Okay, so let's start by cutting the deck. Okay, so the first card is the significator card, and it is why isn't he standing on his own? Why doesn't he stand on his being self-confident? And we get the Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups is the card of asking him to be active, not being the suitor, but not being not waiting to be courted, being the suitor. And this is also in relationships that he feels like he needs to court Meghan all the time, and he feels that he needs to make her happy and to make her his all the time. She makes him understand that she's not completely his, and he feels insecure with her, and this is why he's not standing on his own. This is why he's not standing and taking control over his own life, because he keeps feeling that he needs to court her, that he needs to be the suitor all the time, and to be active in that respect, but being passive in every other respect. And this is a person that has this tendency to be passive. He enjoys giving others control over his life. It's not exactly enjoys, more like he is unable to control his life by himself, and he hasn't learned how to control his life. So this is the first card. Second card is, what does he afraid of? And the second card is the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is the ace of fulfilling and renewal of feelings in the material world. Now, this is a very good card. Why should you be afraid of it? But this is a card also of energy of freedom, and he's afraid of this. He's afraid of this freedom. He doesn't know what to do with it. He doesn't know how to solve those problems. He is very much needing this loving energy, this feelings energy, and he needs to fulfill them, and he is afraid of not getting that. And this is something that is very much in his makeshift, let's say it that way. And this can be also because of the reason, because he lost his mother in a very a small age, and this is something that his emotions are always very flawed because of that. Now, the third card is how can he start standing on his own, and we get the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is the clerk. He is the one that is able to work, to worry about health, to keep fitness, to keep order, or being organized, and this is something that can help him to stand on his own. Because if he does understand that he is able to be organized, to be orderly, to work, to be independent, then he can stand on his own. If he can prove himself as an independent individual, then he can stand on his own. So this is a way for him to start standing on his own. Now, what will he achieve if he does stand on his own? And we get justice. Okay, so this is like, what will you get? You'll get justice. And this is very funny, because he will get justice, but more than that, he will be able to cut out everything that is disturbing him from going further in his life. And the Justice is a card that usually has a sword in it, because the sword is the sharp instrument that cuts out everything that is redundant from your life, everything that is disturbing you from getting forward. So if he starts standing on his own, he will be able to cut out all of those things from his life and get that justice. This is also a card that has a very high affinity to court, to divorce. So this can also be something that he will achieve. That if he does start standing on his own, it will lead to this divorce. But also we know that he is spending a lot of time in court. Okay. The fifth card is something that you should have more self-confidence on. And we get the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is another major arcana that speaks about mystery. And mystery and secrets. And this is a card of someone who needs mental health treatment, and this is something that he has to have more self-confidence in, because he hasn't gone through the real mental health treatment that he needs. He hasn't looked in the mirror good enough. He hasn't looked behind the veil, and he hasn't seen the things that he should see. He should be going after the mystery. He should be looking at the mystery in the eye. And this is a card of someone who is afraid of life. But if he will start having less fear of life, and less fear of changes, and less need to keep secrets, he will be more self-confident. So this is something that he needs more self-confidence on. And then the sixth card is how can he actually trust the universe. And we get the Chariot. Okay, now the Chariot is the card of fulfilling the dream. This is a card that says to him, don't give up your dream. So how can he trust the universe? He can trust the universe to fulfill his dreams, but he needs to verbalize them. He needs to start talking about them. He needs to start talking about all of those secrets. He needs to start talking about the things that he really wants out of life. And when he does that, then he will get what he needs. But because the universe will give him what he needs. But he has to be able to trust the universe to fulfill his dreams. So this is a card of someone who can be assertive. This is a card of someone who can or doesn't give up very easily. This is someone who is decisive and can also be direct with quarrels. This is someone who can go out to a war, but he needs to organize, and he needs to understand that his dreams are something that he shouldn't give up on. And just to see what is the underlying energy, and the underlying energy is the Star. Okay, and the Star is another card that speaks about the need for mental health treatment. Star is about opening Pandora box. This is about speaking about things. This is about talking about all of the things that are in there that are disturbing him. And when he does that, he can connect to love, to feeling. He can actually become more honest with himself. And then he can also be more self-confident. So this is the tarot about his inability to control his own life. And once again, I'm going back to the Love Oracle cards, and I want to see what and did something change in his feelings towards Megan, because in the last few times that I checked, I saw that he loves her very much. So let's see if something changed. Did his eyes actually open? So let's see. Harry's feelings towards Megan. Harry and Megan's relationship. Harry's feelings towards Megan. Harry's feelings towards Megan. Let's see what we get. Okay, so girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So although this is coming from the girl point of view, but this is a major change from his way of seeing her before, because here we're talking about someone who is happily single, is moving on. So he starts to see the truth about her, and this event that was in the Veterans Gala, it's something that is not didn't happen by mistake. This is something that does happen because something changed with him, and he is now living the moment, but and having fun. But he thinks about being single. He thinks about moving on. Okay, so this is interesting, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, please like, subscribe, write me a comment, write me an email, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.